There is a 5-minute practice that, when done correctly every morning, creates a spiritual force field around you that the Archons cannot penetrate. Not temporarily, not partially, but completely for the entire day. This is not prayer as the church teaches it, not meditation as the world practices it. This is a precise sequence of declarations, visualizations, and energy activations that Jesus taught his inner circle as daily spiritual warfare protocol. The Archons attack you throughout the day, through people, through circumstances, through your own thought stream. They drain your energy, insert fear and doubt, create conflict and chaos. And most people walk through life completely undefended, wondering why they feel so exhausted and overwhelmed. But Jesus taught a different way. He showed his disciples how to seal themselves every morning in the frequency of Christ consciousness, a vibration so high that archonic entities literally cannot approach. The church buried this teaching because if Christians understood how to protect themselves spiritually, they would stop needing the church as intermediary. They would become self-sufficient spiritual warriors. They would be ungovernable. Tonight, I will reveal the complete morning ritual Jesus taught. Not the sanitized version you learned in Sunday school. The actual practice, step by step, word for word, that blocks archonic attack, maintains high frequency, and keeps you sovereign all day long. This ritual takes 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes determine whether you spend the day as a defended warrior or an open target. And if you are a chosen one facing intense spiritual warfare, this morning practice is not optional. It is essential.
Why morning matters most. The Archons know something most humans don't. The first hour after waking is when your consciousness is most vulnerable and most malleable. You emerge from sleep in a liminal state, consciousness transitioning from dream realm to material reality. Your defenses are down. Your frequency is not yet established. Your mind is open and suggestible. This is when the Archons strike. Morning Archonic attack patterns. Pattern 1. Thought insertion upon waking. The moment you open your eyes, negative thoughts flood your mind. I'm exhausted already. Today is going to be terrible. I can't do this. I'm a failure. These are not your thoughts. They are inserted by archonic entities attempting to set your frequency low for the entire day. Pattern 2. Immediate anxiety about the day. Before your feet hit the floor, you feel dread about what you have to face. Your mind races through your to-do list, catastrophizing everything. This anxiety is being amplified artificially to drain your energy before the day even begins. Pattern 3. Phone/news consumption. You instinctively reach for your phone. You scroll news, social media, messages. Within minutes, your consciousness is hijacked by external chaos. The Archons designed this habit. It pulls you out of spiritual connection and into fear-based reactive consciousness immediately. Pattern 4. Rushing into reaction mode. You jump out of bed and immediately start responding to demands. Kids, work, emails, problems. No space for centering, no spiritual grounding. By 9 a.m., you are already exhausted, reactive, low frequency, exactly where the Archons want you. Jesus understood this vulnerability. That's why the Gospels repeatedly mention him waking early, going to isolated places, spending time in prayer before engaging with the day. He wasn't being religious. He was establishing his frequency, sealing his protection, and ensuring he remained connected to source consciousness before entering the battlefield. And he taught his disciples to do the same.
The 5-minute morning ritual, step by step. This is the complete practice Jesus taught his inner circle. Do this every morning before you do anything else, before phone, before news, before engaging with other people. Total time, 5 minutes.
Step 1. Conscious waking, 30 seconds. What to do? The moment you wake, before opening your eyes, place your hand on your heart. Take 3 deep breaths. With each breath, think, I am. Do not think about the day. Do not review your problems. Just breathe and claim presence. I am. Why this works? You're establishing I am consciousness, pure presence, pure existence, before the mind starts generating thoughts. This sets your baseline frequency as divine presence rather than human worry. What Jesus taught. Before Abraham was, I am. John 8:58. He was teaching that your true identity exists prior to all stories, all concerns, all temporal identities. Starting the day from I am consciousness is starting from your true nature.
Step 2. Declare sovereignty. 60 seconds. What to do. Sit up. Place both hands on your heart. Speak these declarations aloud. Spoken words carry more power than thoughts. I am sovereign. I am a divine being temporarily incarnated in matter. I do not consent to archonic harvest. I do not consent to energy theft. I do not consent to fear, to manipulation, to control. I am protected by the Christ within me. I am sealed in the frequency of divine love. I am impervious to all attacks from entities not of the highest light. My energy is mine. My consciousness is mine. My sovereignty is absolute. I am ungovernable. Pause. Feel the truth of these words. Let them resonate in your body. Why this works? You are withdrawing consent from the Archonic system and claiming your spiritual authority. The prison operates on consent. These declarations revoke that consent and establish you as sovereign. What Jesus taught? All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Matthew 28:18. He was demonstrating sovereignty consciousness, not requesting permission from external powers, but claiming inherent divine authority. And he said, you have this same authority. I have given you authority to trample on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy. Luke 10:19.
Step 3. Seal your energy field. What to do? Stand up. Close your eyes. Visualize brilliant white gold light filling your entire body, starting at your feet, rising through your legs, torso, arms, neck, head. See yourself glowing from within. Then visualize this light expanding beyond your physical body, creating a sphere of protection around you, 3 feet in all directions. See this sphere as impenetrable, radiant, divine. Speak aloud. I seal my energy field in the light of Christ. Nothing of lower vibration can enter this field. I am protected, sovereign, and secure. See the sphere becoming even brighter, more solid, more powerful with your declaration. Why this works? You are consciously creating an energetic boundary, a force field of high-frequency light that archonic entities cannot penetrate. They operate at low frequency, fear, anger, shame. Your sealed field vibrates at Christ frequency, love, peace, joy. They literally cannot enter because the vibration burns them. What Jesus taught. After resurrection, Jesus appeared to his disciples in locked rooms, demonstrating that high-frequency consciousness can move through material barriers. He was showing that spiritual protection is about frequency, not physical walls. When you seal your field in Christ light, you are activating the same frequency that made him impervious to harm.
Step 4. Connect to Source. What to do? Still standing, Reach your arms upward. Visualize a beam of brilliant light descending from infinite source above, from the monad, from the pleroma, entering through the crown of your head, filling your entire being, grounding into the earth below. Feel yourself as a conduit, connected above to divine infinity, connected below to material earth, anchored, aligned, powerful. Speak aloud, I am connected to Source. Divine wisdom flows through me. Divine love radiates from me. Divine power protects me. I am a channel of the highest light. Breathe deeply 3 times, feeling the connection strengthened with each breath. Why this works? You are establishing your identity not as isolated human, but as connected extension of divine source. This connection is your actual power source. When you maintain conscious connection to the infinite, you have unlimited energy available. The Archons cannot drain what is constantly being replenished from above. What Jesus taught? I and the Father are one. He lived in constant conscious connection to Source. He taught, apart from me, you can do nothing, not because he wanted dependency, but because he was teaching that connection to divine Source is where power comes from. You are not meant to operate on your limited human battery. You are meant to be plugged into infinite power.
Step 5. Set daily intention. 60 seconds. What to do? Place your hands together at your heart in prayer position. Speak your intention for the day. Today I walk in sovereignty. Today I maintain high frequency. Today I recognize Archonic attack when it comes and refuse to engage. Today I anchor light wherever I go. Today I serve the liberation mission while protecting my own energy. Today I am the Christ consciousness embodied. Pause. Feel the power of this intention. You are not hoping this will happen. You are declaring it as reality. Why this works? You are programming your day consciously before the world programs it for you. Your intention sets the frequency template for the next 16 hours. Reality responds to consciousness. By declaring your intention, you are directing your day rather than being directed by circumstances. What Jesus taught: let your yes be yes, and your no be no. Matthew 5:37. He was teaching the power of clear declaration, not wishful thinking, not tentative hoping, clear, powerful intention spoken as truth.
Step 6. Gratitude. 30 seconds. What to do? Lower your hands to your heart. Feel gratitude for your life, your breath, your divine nature, your protection, your mission. Speak aloud. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for my divine spark. I am grateful for the opportunity to awaken and serve. I am grateful for the protection I have sealed around me. Thank you. Why this works? Gratitude is the highest frequency emotion you can generate. It immediately raises your vibration. Starting the day in gratitude ensures you begin at high frequency rather than neutral or low. The Archons cannot attach to genuine gratitude. It's antithetical to their fear-based frequency. What Jesus taught? Before every miracle, feeding 5,000, raising Lazarus, healing the sick, Jesus gave thanks, not as religious ritual, but as frequency activation. Gratitude creates the vibrational state where miracles become possible.
What happens after you do this ritual?
The effects are immediate and undeniable. Hour 1 through 3 after ritual. You feel clear, centered, protected. Situations that would normally trigger you do not. People who would normally drain you cannot. You notice attacks coming, but they bounce off your sealed field. Hour 4 to 8. You maintain high frequency effortlessly. You generate more energy than you expend. Things flow, synchronicities appear. You feel guided, supported, aligned. Hour 9 through 16. Even as the day becomes more challenging, you stay grounded. You recognize when the Archons are trying to lower your frequency through others or through circumstances. But because you established sovereignty in the morning, you are not pulled down. At night, you review the day and realize, I was defended. I maintained my energy. I stayed sovereign. I completed the day as warrior, not victim.
Why most people skip this practice? The morning ritual is simple. It's only 5 minutes. The effects are powerful and immediate. So why don't most people do it? Reason 1. The Archons sabotage your morning. The moment your alarm goes off, the Archons send overwhelming urges to grab your phone, to stay in bed, to skip the practice just this once. They know that if you establish sovereignty in the morning, they lose access to you all day, so they fight hardest to prevent the ritual from happening. Reason 2. You don't believe it will work. Doubt is Archonic programming. This is too simple. This can't really block spiritual attack. I need something more complicated. But the most powerful spiritual technologies are always simple. Complexity is distraction. Simplicity is power. Reason 3, you feel ridiculous doing it. Speaking declarations aloud, visualizing light, claiming sovereignty, your programmed mind says, this is weird, this is woo-woo, I feel stupid. That resistance is the prison programming trying to keep you from accessing real power. Reason 4, you don't have time. You have time to scroll social media for 30 minutes. You have time to shower and eat breakfast, but you don't have time for 5 minutes that would protect your entire day. This is Archonic time theft, convincing you that everything else is more important than your spiritual defense.
The 30-day challenge. Here is the challenge Jesus gave to his inner circle, now given to you. Commit to 30 consecutive days of this morning ritual. No exceptions, no excuses. What will happen? Days 1 through 7. You will face resistance. The Archons will escalate attack to try to break your consistency. Your mind will give you reasons to skip. Do not negotiate. Do the ritual. Days 8 through 14. The resistance decreases. The practice becomes easier. You start noticing real effects, fewer attacks getting through, higher energy throughout the day. Days 15 through 21. The ritual becomes automatic. You wake up and your body wants to do it. The effects are undeniable. You cannot imagine starting your day without it. Days 22 through 30. Transformation. You realize you have been operating at a completely different frequency. Attacks that used to devastate you barely register. You are maintaining sovereignty effortlessly. After 30 days, the practice is ingrained. You have retrained your consciousness. You have become a defended warrior, and you will never return to starting your day unprotected.
Advanced additions once you master the basic ritual. After you have practiced the basic 5-minute ritual consistently for 30 days, you can add advanced components. Advanced Addition 1. Cutting cords. Visualize any energetic cords connecting you to people or situations and see yourself cutting them with a sword of light. Declare, all cords not of love are cut. My energy returns to me. Advanced Addition 2. Shield Programming. Program your shield field with specific protections. My field repels manipulation, resists deception, blocks fear implantation, prevents energy theft. Advanced Edition 3, Ancestral Clearing. Ask that any negative ancestral patterns or archonic attachments passed down through your family line be cleared from your field. Advanced Edition 4, Timeline Protection. Declare sovereignty over your timeline. I am protected across all timelines, all dimensions, past, present, and future. These additions are powerful, but should only be added after the basic ritual becomes second nature. Do not complicate the practice before you have mastered the foundation.
This is warfare, not religion. The morning ritual is not about being a good Christian. It is not about earning God's favor. It is not religious performance. This is spiritual warfare. This is self-defense. This is how you maintain sovereignty in a prison realm designed to keep you powerless. Jesus did not teach this practice so you could feel spiritual. He taught it so you could be defended, so you could maintain high frequency, so you could complete your mission without being constantly sabotaged by archonic attack. The Church turned spiritual warfare into religion, passive, dependent, waiting for external salvation. But Jesus taught his chosen ones to be warriors, active, sovereign, self-defending. The morning ritual is your daily act of reclaiming power that the prison system convinced you that you never had. Start tomorrow morning. You now have the complete practice. You understand why it works. You know what to expect. The only question is, will you do it? Tomorrow morning, when your alarm goes off, you will face a choice. Reach for your phone and let the Archons set your frequency for the day. Or sit up, place your hand on your heart, and claim your sovereignty. 5 minutes, that's all it takes. 5 minutes to determine whether you spend the day as defended warrior or open target. Jesus taught this ritual to his chosen ones because he knew they would face intense opposition. He knew they would need practical tools, not just inspiring concepts. You are one of those chosen ones. You face that same opposition, and now you have the same tool Jesus gave his disciples 2,000 years ago. The morning ritual blocks archonic attack all day, not because it's magic, but because it establishes you as sovereign, sealed, connected to Source, operating at Christ frequency. And at that frequency, the Archons cannot touch you. Tomorrow morning, the battle for your day begins the moment you wake up. Be ready.